The vast darkness of space suddenly erupted with violent flashes of plasma energy. Captain June Park watched the holographic display with cold, calculating eyes as the Centauri ships approached the outer human colonies. Their metallic vessels gleamed like predatory sharks, moving with calculated precision against the scattered human settlements. No one expected the attack. Diplomatic channels had been tense for months, but an outright assault seemed impossible. The Centauri had always presented themselves as a rational species, negotiating through complex interstellar protocols. Yet here they were, systematically destroying human outposts with ruthless efficiency. The first colony, Horizon 7, disappeared in a brilliant explosion. 12,000 colonists, farmers, scientists, engineers, and their families vanished in an instant. Bright orange fireballs consumed research stations, living quarters, and infrastructure. Communication signals became desperate screams that quickly turned into static. June's fingers moved rapidly across the holographic interface, tracking the invasion patterns. Something wasn't right. The Centauri weren't just attacking, they were executing a perfectly planned extermination strategy. Each strike was calculated, targeting critical infrastructure with surgical precision. In the monitoring station, alarms blared continuously. Young technicians scrambled, their faces pale with shock and terror. Commander Hee Kim stood nearby, her hand pressed against the communication panel, desperately trying to establish contact with the remaining colonies. "They're using quantum disruption weaponry," she muttered, her voice tight with controlled panic. "These aren't standard military strikes. This is total annihilation." The Centauri ships moved like a synchronized dance of destruction. Their weapon systems were unlike anything humans had encountered before. Each blast didn't just destroy, it completely disintegrated entire structures, leaving nothing but cosmic dust where human settlements once stood. June understood immediately that this was more than a conflict. This was a calculated attempt to completely eradicate human presence in this sector of space. The Centauri weren't interested in conquest or negotiation. They wanted complete elimination. His training kicked in. Years of military strategy, countless simulations, and advanced tactical training condensed into quick, precise decisions. While others froze in shock, June was already developing potential response strategies. The monitoring station's long-range sensors tracked the invasion's progression. Within 30 minutes, 3 major human colonies had been completely destroyed. Thousands of lives erased in less than half an hour. The speed and efficiency were terrifying. Commander Hee Kim's voice broke through June's analytical thinking. "They've jammed our communication frequencies. We can't warn the remaining colonies." Her professional demeanor barely concealed the underlying terror. June's mind raced. The Centauri had planned this attack meticulously. They knew exactly how to neutralize human communication systems, how to bypass defense protocols, and how to strike with maximum devastation. But they didn't know everything. A slight smile crossed June's face. Hidden deep within the solar system, humanity had been preparing for a scenario exactly like this. The Centauri believed they were catching humans completely off guard. They were wrong. The monitoring station continued to track the invasion, recording every moment of destruction. Each data point, each sensor reading would become crucial evidence. The Centauri thought they were executing a perfect surprise attack. They had no idea what was coming. As the last human colony in the sector went dark, June Park made a decision that would change everything. His fingers moved to a secured communication channel, a channel the Centauri couldn't intercept. A channel that would activate humanity's most closely guarded secret. "Prepare, Prometheus," he said quietly. "Full activation protocol." The universe was about to learn that humanity was far from defenseless. The invasion continued, the Centauri believing they were moments away from complete victory. They didn't realize that with each destroyed colony, they were only awakening something far more dangerous. Humanity's hidden weapon was about to be unleashed. Beneath the frozen surface of Callisto, a massive structure hummed with potential energy. The USS Prometheus remained hidden, a technological marvel that represented humanity's ultimate insurance policy against total extinction. No satellite, no alien scan could penetrate its advanced stealth systems. Deep inside the ship's central chamber, a small team of engineers worked in absolute silence. Technical Director Yoon Kim moved between quantum fusion reactor modules. Her hands moving with practiced precision. She knew every millimeter of this ship, every circuit, every potential weakness. The Prometheus was more than just a weapon. It was humanity's most closely guarded secret, a testament to human innovation and survival instinct. 5 kilometers long, constructed in absolute secrecy, the ship represented years of hidden development. Multiple international teams had worked in isolated compartments, ensuring no single group knew the entire design. Quantum fusion technology powered its core. Unlike traditional propulsion systems, this technology could generate energy levels that defied previous scientific understanding. The reactor could theoretically power entire planetary systems, let alone a single spaceship. Massive quantum disruptor cannons lined the ship's exterior. Each cannon could eliminate entire battle groups in milliseconds. The targeting systems, powered by an advanced AI called Guardian, could calculate and predict enemy movements faster than any known computational system. Yoon remembered the early days of the Prometheus project. Scientists and military strategists had worked together, creating something beyond a traditional warship. This was a survival mechanism, a final solution if humanity ever faced an existential threat. The ship's AI, Guardian, constantly ran diagnostic checks. Its neural networks were designed to make split-second decisions, analyzing millions of potential scenarios in fractions of a second. Guardian wasn't just a computer system. It was a sophisticated intelligence created to protect human existence. Plasma shields surrounded the ship's exterior, capable of absorbing and redirecting massive energy attacks. Traditional weapons would simply dissipate against its defensive systems. The Prometheus could potentially survive direct hits from multiple advanced weapon systems. Suddenly, an alert flashed across the main display. The invasion data from the monitoring station streamed into Guardian's processing units. The AI began analyzing the Zentari attack patterns, calculating potential response strategies. Yuan watched the data stream, her breath catching in her throat. The Zentari were more aggressive than their initial projections had suggested. Their attack wasn't just an invasion, it was a systematic elimination of human presence. Guardian, she spoke quietly. Begin full system activation sequence. The AI responded immediately. Reactor cores started warming up, their quantum fusion energy building gradually. Weapon systems came online, running through complex calibration protocols. The entire ship began to awaken from its long hibernation. Massive, mechanical systems moved with surprising smoothness. Years of maintenance and careful preparation ensured that every component worked perfectly. The ship that had been hidden for years was now preparing for its first true mission. Outside the ship, the frozen surface of Callisto remained unchanged. No external signs betrayed the technological marvel hidden beneath the ice. To any external observer, it would appear to be just another moon in Jupiter's vast orbital system. Yoon knew the stakes. If the Prometheus failed, humanity would be completely eliminated. The Zentari had already proven their capability to destroy human colonies with terrifying efficiency. This ship was more than a weapon. It was humanity's last hope. Guardians, voice echoed through the chamber. Full activation protocols complete. Weapon systems at 98% readiness. Quantum disruptor cannons charged. Plasma shields initialized. The ship was ready. Miles above the frozen surface, space remained calm. The Zentari continued their invasion, believing they had caught humanity completely unprepared. They had no idea that beneath the ice of a distant moon, humanity's ultimate response was about to be unleashed. The Prometheus waited, silent, powerful, ready. Humanity's hidden weapon was moments away from changing everything. Admiral Min Sung's hands trembled slightly as he entered the activation sequence. The command center was silent, filled with tension that could be cut with a knife. Around him, veteran military personnel waited, their eyes fixed on the holographic displays showing the ongoing Zentari invasion. Outside the reinforced windows, Earth looked peaceful. No one would suspect that humanity's most significant weapon was about to be unleashed. Years of secret preparation, decades of hidden development, would now be tested in the most extreme circumstances. Prometheus, awaken, Min-Sung commanded. Thousands of kilometers away beneath Callisto's frozen surface, the massive vessel began to stir. Quantum fusion reactors hummed with increasing intensity. Massive mechanical systems started moving, breaking through centuries of ice and rock. Guardian, the ship's advanced AI, processed the activation command. Millions of complex algorithms calculated potential scenarios, defense strategies, and attack configurations. In milliseconds, the AI evaluated every possible outcome of the impending confrontation. The ship's exterior began to shift. Stealth systems gradually disengaged, revealing the true scale of human technological achievement. 5 kilometers of pure technological marvel emerged from its hidden base, looking more like a moving city than a traditional spacecraft. Captain June Park received the activation confirmation. He had been preparing for this moment his entire career. The Zentari believed they were executing a perfect invasion, systematically destroying human colonies. They had no idea what was coming. Communication channels remained intentionally restricted. Only a handful of high-ranking officials knew about the Prometheus's true capabilities. The element of surprise was crucial. The Zentari would never expect such a technological response. The ship's weapon systems came online gradually. Quantum disruptor cannons charged, their energy levels building with mathematical precision. Plasma shields initialized, creating a defensive network that could potentially withstand multiple simultaneous attacks. In the control room, Technical Director Yoon Kim monitored every system. Her fingers danced across holographic interfaces, making final adjustments. Years of secret development were about to be validated or destroyed. "All systems are go," she reported, her voice calm despite the enormous pressure. The Prometheus began its initial movement. Massive propulsion systems using quantum fusion technology far beyond current scientific understanding activated smoothly. The ship moved with surprising grace for its enormous size. Admiral Min-Sung watched the initial tracking data. The ship was performing perfectly, exceeding even their most optimistic simulations. Humanity's ultimate insurance policy was about to be tested. Guardian continued processing invasion data. The AI was calculating attack vectors, potential engagement scenarios, and strategic response protocols. Its neural networks were designed to make decisions faster than any human could comprehend. Communication intercepts showed the ongoing Zentari invasion. Colony after colony was being systematically destroyed. Thousands of human lives were being erased with cold, calculated efficiency. The Prometheus represented humanity's final hope. "Prepare for potential engagement," Min-Sung ordered. TCOR ship continued its journey, moving with calculated precision. Its stealth systems were still partially engaged, making it difficult for any external scanning technology to detect its full capabilities. June Park reviewed the final approach strategies. The Prometheus wasn't just a weapon, it was a message. A clear statement that humanity would not be easily conquered. The Zentari were about to learn a painful lesson about underestimating human potential. Guardian's voice echoed through the ship's communication systems. Optimal engagement parameters calculated. Weapon systems at maximum readiness. Quantum disruptor cannons charged to 100%. The universe held its breath. Humanity's hidden weapon was moments away from changing everything. The Zentari invasion was about to meet its most unexpected response. The Prometheus continued its approach, silent and deadly, ready to unleash technological fury beyond any alien civilization's imagination. The Zentari never expected humanity's response. The Prometheus emerged like a ghost, cutting through the darkness of space with impossible silence. Alien sensor systems struggled to comprehend the massive vessel suddenly appearing in their invasion corridor. Captain June Park's calm voice resonated through the ship's communication systems. Target acquisition complete. Prepare for strategic elimination. Guardian, the ship's advanced AI, began processing combat scenarios at speeds beyond comprehension. Millions of potential attack configurations were analyzed and discarded in microseconds. The Zentari fleet, believing they were executing a perfect invasion, suddenly found themselves facing a technological nightmare. The first quantum disruptor cannon fired. A brilliant white-blue energy beam erupted from the Prometheus, cutting through 3 Zentari battleships simultaneously. Where massive alien vessels once existed, only cosmic dust remained. The shot happened so fast that surrounding ships couldn't even register what had occurred. Zentari commanders frantically tried to understand the sudden destruction. Their most advanced scanning systems couldn't fully track the Prometheus's movements. The ship seemed to exist in multiple potential locations simultaneously, a ghost that could destroy entire battle groups with surgical precision. Plasma shields absorbed incoming alien weaponry like water disappearing into a sponge. Each Zentari weapon strike simply vanished against the Prometheus's defensive systems. The ship moved with a grace that defied its massive 5-kilometer length, dancing between enemy formations. "They're using quantum phase shifting," one Zentari commander shouted in their complex language. "How is this possible?" Guardian continued its relentless assault. Quantum disruptor cannons fired in perfect synchronization, eliminating strategic targets with mathematical accuracy. Entire alien squadrons disappeared in milliseconds, unable to comprehend the speed of their destruction. June watched the holographic displays, his face a mask of professional calm. Years of training, countless simulations, had prepared him for this moment. The Prometheus wasn't just a weapon, it was humanity's statement to the universe. The Zentari fleet began to scatter. Survival protocols kicked in as they realized this was no ordinary human resistance. Their invasion plan, carefully constructed over decades, was falling apart in minutes. Technical Director Yoon Kim monitored the systems, making microscopic adjustments. The Prometheus performed beyond their most optimistic projections. Each weapon system worked with perfect synchronization. Each defensive mechanism absorbed potential threats without strain. Quantum disruptor cannons at 87% efficiency, Guardian reported. Enemy fleet reduction at 62.4% and increasing. Massive energy signatures erupted across the combat zone. The Prometheus moved like a predator, calculating and eliminating threats, faster than the Zentari could comprehend. Their most advanced technological systems became obsolete in moments. One by one, Zentari battleships vanished. Some exploded into brilliant energy signatures, others simply disintegrated into cosmic dust. The invasion corridor, once filled with alien vessels, now became a graveyard of technological remnants. June understood this was more than a battle. This was a message. Humanity would not be conquered. Humanity would not be eliminated. Guardian continued its relentless calculation and elimination. The AI processed combat scenarios with inhuman speed, predicting and neutralizing Zentari strategic movements before they could even be initiated. The battle lasted less than 30 minutes. When silence finally returned to the combat zone, only the Prometheus remained. Surrounding space was filled with scattered debris, the remnants of what was once a powerful alien invasion fleet. Threat neutralized, Guardian reported clinically. June allowed himself a slight smile. The Zentari had believed humans were a weak, scattered species. They had just learned a painful lesson about underestimating human potential. The Prometheus began scanning the debris, collecting crucial technological data. Every piece of destroyed alien technology would be studied, analyzed, understood. Humanity had just revealed its hidden weapon to the universe, and the universe would never be the same again. The communication channels across the galaxy erupted, with the news of the Prometheus's devastating attack. What had started as a seemingly one-sided Zentari invasion had transformed into humanity's most significant moment of technological triumph. Admiral Min Sung stood before the United Earth Council, his presentation revealing every detail of the hidden weapon. Holographic displays showed the complete destruction of the Zentari fleet, captured by the ship's advanced recording systems. "We are not a species to be conquered," Min Sung declared, his voice steady and powerful. Guardian, the Prometheus's AI, began broadcasting a message across all known alien communication frequencies. The message was simple, direct, and chilling. Humanity would defend its existence with overwhelming technological superiority. The surviving Zentari leadership watched in shock. Their most advanced invasion fleet, carefully planned for decades, had been completely eliminated in less than an hour. The human ship had used technologies they couldn't even comprehend. Captain June Park became an instant global hero. His calm leadership during the confrontation was studied in military academies across Earth. The recording of his single command, "Target acquisition complete," became a legendary moment in human history. Technical Director Yun Kim received multiple scientific awards. The quantum fusion technology and advanced AI systems she had developed would revolutionize human understanding of space technology. Her work had quite literally saved humanity from total extinction. Alien civilizations began receiving detailed transmissions about the battle. The Prometheus's systems had recorded every moment of the confrontation, providing irrefutable evidence of humanity's technological capabilities. The quantum disruptor technology became the most studied scientific breakthrough in recent history. Scientists across Earth worked to understand how the weapon could eliminate entire battle groups with such precise, devastating efficiency. Diplomatic channels with other alien civilizations changed dramatically. No longer would humans be seen as a primitive species. The message was clear. Humanity was a technological force to be reckoned with. Guardian continued analyzing the battle data, providing insights that would shape human space strategy for generations. The AI had proven itself as more than just a computer system. It was a sophisticated intelligence capable of saving an entire species. The Prometheus itself became a symbol of human potential. The 5-kilometer vessel represented years of secret development, international cooperation, and humanity's ultimate survival mechanism. Zentari communication intercepts revealed their complete shock. Their leadership struggled to understand how a species they had considered weak could develop such advanced technology. Multiple alien civilizations began reassessing their understanding of human capabilities. Earth celebrated. The initial terror of the invasion transformed into global pride. Humanity had not just survived, they had demonstrated their technological superiority in the most dramatic way possible. News networks replayed the battle footage continuously. The moment when the Prometheus emerged from its hidden base, the quantum disruptor cannons firing, became an iconic moment in human history. Admiral Min Sung made a crucial decision. The Prometheus would remain active, a constant reminder to potential alien threats. Its very existence would serve as a deterrent against future invasions. The human colonies that had been destroyed would be rebuilt. But they would be different. Now, fortified, prepared, with advanced defensive technologies derived from the Prometheus's systems. June Park received multiple military commendations. His leadership during the confrontation was studied as a perfect example of strategic thinking and calm under extreme pressure. Guardian continued its analysis, preparing detailed reports for human scientific and military leadership. The AI had saved humanity, and its capabilities would continue to be developed and understood. The universe had learned an important lesson. Humanity was not a species to be underestimated. As the final battle reports were compiled, one message became clear. Humans would fight, humans would survive, and humans would use every technological advantage to protect their existence. The Prometheus stood as a silent guardian, ready to defend humanity against any future threats. The revelation was complete. Humanity had shown its true potential to the universe, and the universe would never forget this moment.